Hi friends, and welcome to Costuming in Color, a YouTube show dedicated to showcasing amazing costumers of color and those that support them.
I'm Gigi, a cultural history buff, historical costumer, and dabbleist.
And I'm Noelle, a costumer who likes to play both sides of the historical and cosplay world.
Today we are interviewing Rabeya. Welcome to the show, Rabeya.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you for being on. But first we have some house rules. The first rule of Costuming in Color is that you
Do tell everyone. Also, tell us who you would like to see us interview.
The second rule is that kindness matters. Aside from that, there are no rules.
So let's get into it.
Where are you from originally, Rabeya?
I'm from Bangladesh. I was born there. I came to New York when I was 3 years old, so I was raised in New York City my whole life.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
And where do you live now?
I live in Queens, New York City, Kew Gardens Hills. That's specifically the name in Queens where I live. Yeah.
That's so exciting. Like the life, okay, that's not fair because the last year has not been exciting, but like before that, that's so exciting.
Thank you. Yeah. I mean, New York City is great for arts and culture. It's the best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You do cosplay, historical, or both?
I do cosplay.
Awesome.
So what is the costuming like in New York City where you live?
Oh, in New York City, costuming is really big here. Like there's so many conventions that goes on during the years. Like there's New York City Comicon and this other one, AnimeFest, and like there's a lot of like even smaller events. I don't remember the names exactly, but it's really big here, I would say. Like, yep.
If you ever did get into historical, what time period or place would be your favorite?
Oh, well, I guess I would say like definitely I like vintage stuff. So like I like the fashion from the 1940s, especially I'm sorry, not just 1940s, Victorian era, like the corset and the dresses. Like something actually what you do, like when I see your costumes, like yeah, similar to that. And also I I really like the 1940s and 50s fashion because like I love dresses and I especially my favorite is the vintage dresses and middies. So yeah, so I'm totally into that.
Maybe we can pull you over into historical costuming eventually. We know some people in New York City who do vintage, Dandy Wellington, that you should meet.
Oh, okay, yeah, absolutely.
And so in cosplay, what type of characters do you gravitate toward?
Oh, so I always like the characters who are like underdogs, you know, like let's say for Sailor Moon, right? Sailor Moon, she's actually my favorite character because I feel like she's the underrated one. And definitely like kind of like the anti-hero, but like there's like this shades of like darkness, but they're good too, like, you know, kind of complicated. So I I really like those kind of characters, like sort of complicated. Um, yeah, and definitely I go for the character design. Like I'm all about that too. Sometimes, you know, like I haven't even watched the show, like an anime show, but I just see this character design. Like I just like the style and I would just go for that.
For sure.
Hmm.
How did you get started in costuming?
Oh, I got inspired by other cosplayers. Like, so I used to work in this Japanese bookstore, and like there were a few cosplayers who worked with me there, and like you know we became Facebook friends. And then like I saw their cosplays, and then like first, and you know there's like they have their own personal page, and you know I was following them, and through their pages I saw other cosplayers, and I was just getting deep into this like costuming world. I'm like, whoa, this is like super amazing. Like, I mean, I'm so shy. So like I was like, I can't do this. I don't know. Like, and but this is so great. I want to try this out. And I just really got inspired by others and just like I started with the makeup, like, and I was like, oh, I'm not so bad. It's working. And then like first and then I started buying the costumes, just, trying it out like that. And then slowly I started to get my costumes commissioned. So yeah, that's how I got into it.
And what aspects of costuming drew you to it?
Definitely fashion, fashion and characters, because I I just love fashion. Like it can be anything. Like I don't have like a particular type, but just like anything that I like, because like I'm like this visual person and I'm really into aesthetics and all that. So that basically fashion. And then I watch a lot of like anime is my hobby. I see the characters and the style, like the dress they wear, like the outfits, and that got me like drawn to it for sure.
Awesome. What is your favorite or most epic completed project?
I would say definitely Harley Quinn, because it was so appreciated, and I felt like it was on point. Like I really did it really well. So I felt like the makeup was good, and like the outfit was perfect, and just everything was on point. So it was a good costume, a cosplay.
I will agree with that. Conclusion, I have seen the photo evidence and it is amazing what you did with that costume design and the makeup and everything.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So what is your favorite costuming memory?
Um, I I would say so I went to New York City Comicon in the year 2014, and I dressed up as Beetlejuice, and wow, everyone was like stopping me there, and I felt so special. It was, again, this one was also really like super appreciated, and like it makes me really happy, because the thing is, like I said, I wasn't, at first confident, like I'm not a pro at this, and it was so new, and like it was still really appreciated. So that made me really happy, and like it was like the best that year for me at the con was really good. Like it was nice. Yeah, it was great.
I saw pictures of that Beetlejuice on the West Coast, like the day you wore it. They were all the way over here already, like showing.
Wow.
Yeah, because I saw a picture of it and I was like, I've seen this picture before. Like I remember the day that this happened, because I'm super into Beetlejuice, like for a bunch of personal reasons. But like I love Beetlejuice cosplayers, and so yeah, I saw it that day and I was like, oh my God, it's her when I found out we were talking to you. Yeah.
Oh, cool. That's good to know. Like, wow, I didn't even know it was in the West Coast. Wow.
Oh yeah. I mean, that's the great thing about the digital age. There are no geography anymore, but like it used to take a while for things to filter over, because you'd have to know someone who knew someone who knew someone and start reforwarding pictures. But like it's a lot easier now. But like, yeah, at the time it was like right away I saw it and I was like, oh, I wish I was there. That's awesome.
Something I take away from you talking about how these things helped you feel confident, and you really appreciated the attention and people complimenting you. Like, so don't be, what I take away from that is don't hold back. Like I'm an introvert. So at cons, I probably wouldn't walk up and say, oh, this is so beautiful. And but it makes me think I should do that, because this person put all this time and energy, like mental energy, into designing this and coming up with, a concept and making it into reality, and they're wearing it and they could be really, really anxious about how it's going to go. So just the fact that you give them a compliment could really make their day. So give compliments freely.
Yes, absolutely. Nami and I did a panel about making your first cosplay, and one of the things that we said was like, don't completely freak out at people, because they might be an introvert and freak out, but like 100% be as generous as possible with your compliments to cosplayers, because all it does is fuel them to keep going and make more.
Right.
Yeah,
exactly. It motivates them more, for sure.
What cons or events do you recommend?
Oh, I definitely recommend KatsuCon, AutoCon, and New York City, Comic-Con. But KatsuCon is really the best for cosplayers. It's actually a cosplay convention. Because that's the convention that I went, like, that had so many costumers, like so much more than New York City Comicon or Otakon or all these other conventions I went to. I mean, that was my experience, but I've noticed, like, it was so intense. It was awesome. Like, it's just costume and costume and costume, like, you know. So I definitely recommend KatsuCon.
Awesome. Yeah. I want to go there someday.
Yeah.
By the way, you should go to DragonCon. Like, you would like that.
Yes, I've heard of it too. It's in Atlanta, right?
Yes. And if you like a con that is entirely about costumes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
So, do you have a costumer crush? And if so, who is it?
Yeah, well, there's this costumer. I'm not sure if you girls are familiar. I can't say her last name, but her first name is Alodia. Like, she's a cosplayer. Like, she's quite popular, video gamer. Like, yeah, I like her. Like, her cosplays are a lot. Her makeup and the style, and it's so cute. Yeah. So I'm kind of like, I'm a little bit also into like kawaii cuteness and kawaii stuff. Like, so like, so yeah, she does that. So it's really cute.
Excellent. We will leave a link down to her down below for y'all. How can we be better mentors for our community?
If you can make, that's super awesome. And even if you cannot make, it's okay too. So I just wish like that aspect is like, people are okay with that and not be judgy about it. Like,
yeah, we need to meet cosplayers where they're at. Basically, if they want to buy their costume, if they want to commission their costume, if they want to make their costume, it's all good.
Exactly.
That's a separate hobby from costuming.
Yeah, exactly. So I just want that, like no one should be like judgy about, you know, like it's like such a sensitive thing, you know, like you know, like I was saying, like how I was pretty insecure at first, you know, like, you know, everyone is really putting their effort. So like, I don't think anyone should be like, you know, like putting anyone down if they make it or they don't make it, you know. So I that's important to me because something that I personally went through. Yeah. So
I wish people wouldn't even ask that question. Like, did you make this? Like, it doesn't matter. Does it?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, true, but I get it too at the same time because, like, you know, especially like people like you put so much work into this and like, you know, like you want to be validated. Like I get that part too. Like, so yeah, like it's a little tricky. It's like, yeah. Yeah.
I feel like this is like a party bus, right? Costuming in general. And I think there's room on the bus for everyone. I think there's room for people who make, who do, who commission, who design, and then work with you know, someone to bring it to life. I partner with a lot of people on commissions for my outfits. So it's not completely hands off for me. I actually have a lot to do with the design process, but to me, it doesn't matter. There's room for everyone here. The more, in the immortal words of Cher of Clueless, the more the merrier.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
So if you could give costumers one piece of advice, a new costumer, what would it be?
Oh, I would just say, like, you know, back to what I said earlier, like just have fun with whatever, you know, character you're doing, costuming. Like, there's no need to feel like inferior, like, or no need to be in a competition, like, oh, her costume is better than mine. Oh no, like mine is no. Just like, you know, focus on what you like and just go for it. Just like, you know, like don't be so hard on yourself. Like just really just go for it and have fun, you know. That's my, like, it's simple, but that's my advice, really. Like,
all right, thank you so much for joining us today, Rabeya. It was lovely to get to know you a little bit better. Thank you also to our viewers for joining us today. We will leave a list of her information down below for you all to get to know Rabeya on her platforms.
Please do give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, subscribe if you haven't, and if you have a costumer of color in mind that you think we should interview, let us know in the form that we insert in the description box below. Also, leave love for Rabeya in the comments. Stay safe out there and be excellent to each other.
Bye, guys.
Thank you so much for having me again.
Thank you for being on.